We started our collection of CO2 data based upon databases and individual company carbon footprints. Today, we are able to steer more than 80% of our purchasing value based upon company carbon footprints, and we also have started working with product carbon footprints, so that is a great dynamic we see in the organization. The data itself doesn't have the value or doesn't bring the value to the business. The question is, how do you translate data into business value? And I think some companies are struggling because they saw the purpose in collecting the data, but maybe just for the customer or just due to regulation and regulative requirements, but not because they saw that having that data would also give them information to transform and adopt their business in a profitable way. And I think this lack of translation may be one of the burdens that companies are currently struggling with. Who else should care? I mean, it's procurement and purchasing dealing with the suppliers, so I think there's no sense in bringing in somebody else. So talking to one person, which is the buyer in that case, is the right way to do. And it is in the interest of purchasing to do that, as mentioned before, because there are additional costs adhered to not decarbonize. Can be cost in resilience, it can also be cost in the future with buying certificates and others. So in that sense, it's absolutely reasonable that purchasing and procurement take place. The barrier exists as long as sustainability is seen as something extra or not directly related to business. That is why I would always recommend to not talk about sustainability, but to talk about the business, which needs a certain innovation level, which needs a certain competitiveness level, which needs a certain resilience level, and then to understand how sustainable or sustainability aspects pay into this scheme. If you do it in this way, you kind of move sustainability into the core of your business as something natural, and once it is there, you're not challenging that anymore. Stick your heads together cross-functionally and think about what is the no regret step and what is the bold step you could jointly take with this data to make your business more profitable. If this, call it vision, or if this idea is not existing, then why and how should people strive for that and use it? So I think if you have this sorted out for yourself, for your company, you will directly move.